Now, I want you to imagine that your car insurance is expiring, school fees is due, your birthday is coming up, but you're all calm. That is the power of sinking funds. Join me in this video as we talk about sinking funds and how they transformed my financial journey. So, what exactly is a sinking fund? A sinking fund is just a fancy name of saying save small. You know, there is nothing as beautiful as the power of compounding, okay? And this is what I mean. For example, if you're a parent like me, I am a mother, a job that I love so much, and you're paying school fees. And just as an example, you know the next term you're going to pay, let's use 30K for ease of calculations, okay? You know that you need to pay 30K, and the next school term starts somewhere in September, okay? Right now, we're in June. That means you have June, July, and August to save. You don't need to wait up until September when everyone is running up and down, helter-skelter, and then you're full of stress. That is the time that you're looking for school fees. So, this is where a sinking fund comes in. You can decide, just to ease your thoughts, you're going to be saving 10K every other month up until September. That will enable you to pay school fees without stress as of that time. Together, say you like me and you love life. I like traveling. And if you like traveling, even if you call it traveling on a budget, then you know for sure traveling is not cheap. So sometimes, you know, you're looking at social media and people are living their best life and they're there wishing you were them. You can be them. You can be them if you set aside money. For instance, let's say you want to go to, maybe you want to take your family to Mombasa over Christmas, okay? You can simply just start saving right now. If you want to use an agency, for example, you can ask for a quote. I know there are companies who have lipa mdogo mdogo, right? You don't even need to go that route, but that is one route that you can use. But if you start saving small right now, you're going to be able to achieve all the things that you want without stress and without the guilt, because you put away money aside specifically for this. So this was just a short video. Sorry, before we finish up, maybe you're wondering, so how exactly do you set up a sinking fund? The difference between a sinking fund and an emergency fund is a sinking fund, you've set it for a particular purpose. Maybe you want to own a home in the next 5 years, okay? You have to set aside a sinking fund for that particular purpose. And now you're wondering, so how exactly do I set my sinking fund? It depends with what you want. If it is for short-term goals, say, like I mentioned, school fees, you don't need to put your money in a fixed deposit account. You can put it in a money market where it still accumulates money even as you wait for the term to begin or the school year to begin for you to pay for school fees, okay? For example, if it's a vacation and it's more long-term, you can decide to, I don't know, put your money in a SACCO, for example, in a fixed deposit in a SACCO, which is going to give you, you know, better returns than if you were to put the money in a fixed deposit in a bank. If it is for home ownership, for example, you can decide to go the shares way. And this is a personal opinion. I think buying shares in a SACCO is the safest way compared to these other places, because they're going to give you crazy dividends. So you can get your dividends, and on top of that, you can get your money. And on top of that, you can still borrow. That's the beauty of having SACCOs, okay? So I just wanted to let us know that you can leverage the power of small savings so long as you have the goal in mind, because remember, nature abhors a vacuum. If you set aside money with nothing specific tied to it, I promise you're going to have problems, you're going to have needs for that money. But if you like to enjoy life, open this stress, open the pressure, then a sinking fund would work best for you. So I'd like for you to engage me down below and tell me, what will you be setting up a sinking fund for? Till next time, bye.